The Artful Dodger.
Hey everybody, how you all doing? I hope you're all staying healthy and safe there. Welcome to my art studio at home in the basement. It's kind of messy. We just moved in last fall. Still trying to unpack. Excuse me for that. It's probably going to be messy for a while. It's crazy time, right? So I'm sure you're bored spending too much time on Fortnite, playing other video games, too much TikTok, watching YouTube, Netflix, all that stuff. All right? I'm going to give you guys some creative ideas, something to work on. So think about giving yourself a drawing challenge. Some ideas is maybe a 30-day challenge. So I'm going to attach a couple things in the Google Classroom. Some things I borrowed off the internet. One's a 30-day challenge, another one's a challenge for the month of April. Some things you can work on. You could use the Home Fun list as well to give you ideas for things, or you can come up with your own creative ideas, so that'd be fine too. You could also challenge yourself and work on maybe something you feel is a weakness in your own artistic skills. So maybe you struggle with drawing faces or portraits. That's something you could work on. You could maybe do some hands, and I recommend that you actually look at these things as you're drawing them. It could be a picture, it could be things from real life, and use a variety. Maybe it's feet, maybe it's horses, maybe it's dogs. It could be trees. I know I've seen a lot of kids that could use some work on trees. So, it could be etc. Come up with your own stuff. So think outside the comfort zone and give yourself a challenge. And do a significant number of drawings. It could be 20, it could be 50, it could be 100. I bet if you did 100 drawings, you'd be pretty good at it, all right? So, and maybe put them in a sketchbook. But, you might not have a sketchbook at home. I understand that. If you guys can get out and get one, there's some affordable ones at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Target, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. Those are great places to find sketchbooks. Maybe something like this. This is one I had when I was in college. It worked great. It was cheap, okay? And I got some pages here. I glued on some doodles I did in my notebooks, and I keep it and gluing doodles every now and then, okay? So there's stuff out there. If you can't get out because you're scared of COVID-19, and I understand that. It's a scary time right now. And maybe you don't have any money for a sketchbook too. I understand that too. So you can get creative. Maybe you've got some printer paper at home. You can staple a bunch of paper together. You can put 3 staples in it, make like a book out of it. That works great. So another thing you could do is you could fold that paper in half and put 3 staples in the middle. Oh wait, your staple is not long enough? Take a piece of cardboard, stick that behind, all right? Open up your stapler, give yourself some staples there, all right? They stick into the cardboard, pull them out, bend the staples over. Be careful, they're sharp, all right? You might want to put a piece of duct tape over that. Another option is we could put a rubber band. You could take a rubber band, put that over your papers. By the way, I used a cereal box cover, or cereal box for my cover, right? I repurposed it. Put a rubber band over it. You can use that to hold your papers and your cover together, right? That could work, in a pinch. Maybe you guys don't have printer paper out. Maybe you got some scrap paper. This is stuff we had come in the mail, all right? And the backside was blank, so that works great. You could draw on that. We keep this stuff around for taking notes next to the computer or when we're on the phone. So, if you got a 3-ring binder and you got a 3-hole punch, put some 3-hole punches in it and stick them in a binder or an old trapper keeper. That works fine too. So you could use an old notebook. Okay, this is a composition notebook. This is an old notebook that belonged to my sister, actually, for a math class. And some reason I got it. So, maybe you got some of these yellow legal pads. This very famous artist I know and I've met, all right, she's very interesting. She likes to draw and on these yellow legal pads and write. And here's some examples of her work there. So really neat stuff, really creative person. Another option is you got an old book laying around that you don't read, you don't need. You might want to ask mom and dad first, and that works great too. All right, so just draw right over those words on the pages. They can call that altered books, actually. So when I was in college, I knew a girl. She didn't have any money. And so she drew in an old phone book because we got. Okay, explore drawing materials. Maybe we got our typical pencils. You can use those. You could play around with pens. Maybe you haven't drawn in pen a whole lot, so you could try pens. Try different colors. If you got markers at home, try those. You can even use highlighters. If you got colored pencils at home, you can use those. Steal some crayons from your siblings. Use those. Maybe limit your color choices a little bit and give you an interesting look. Maybe you got some watercolor paint around. You can use that. If you're a hog farmer, you might have some of these things. I call them pig markers that you use to write on the pigs. And I've had these for years. They're kind of oily, kind of messy, but they can give you a really cool look. And you can smudge the work, and that looks really cool. My aunt used to work for Mary Kay, and she used to give me these old lipsticks that she didn't sell, and they kind of expired. And those work. So if you got some old lipstick, maybe colors you don't like, draw with that stuff. It stays wet for a while, and you can smudge it, and you can have a lot of fun. I got some sort of powdered makeup here, probably from her. Try using that stuff. You might get some really cool things out of it, all right? Maybe you got a fire pit at home or a fireplace, and you've got some charcoal from some burnt wood. Pull a piece of that out. Try drawing with that stuff. Maybe get some sidewalk chalks. Be creative. You guys are creative people. I'm sure you could come up with your own ideas. So I'd like to see your work. Share it on the Google Classroom. Leave comments, that sort of stuff. Show me what you're doing. Show me you guys being creative, and I'll write you back, all right? So now you all stay safe out there. You all have fun. Be creative, and hopefully we get to see you soon. Bye now.
The Artful Dodger.